Lads, we are back.
If you're looking for a podcast dedicated to being a little bit cringe, having a few hilarious anecdotes and special guests, then join us each week because we will deliver just that.
New episodes of the Socially Awkward Podcast drop every Thursday on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and you can watch the full episodes over on YouTube.
The Socially Awkward Podcast is sponsored by RTE Player, where you can discover new shows like The Hilarious Goodbye, starring Tony Cantwell, and must-watch series like Kin and Normal People obviously has to be on that list.
So what are you waiting for? Dive into live TV and the biggest shows from home and abroad now on RTE Player. Hey! Welcome back to the Socially Awkward Podcast. My name is Brandon.
My name's Daniel.
And I'm Shanice.
And we are three best friends who share awkward little lives with you. So if you're looking for a laugh, what is it, Shanice?
Mostly at our own expense.
Then you've come to the right place.
You have indeed. And a massive thank you to RTE Player for sponsoring the podcast.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I said sponsoring.
Right,
I forgot to pronounce me S. I forgot to pronounce me S there. Sorry.
Lads, no. We're after finding out something there behind the scenes.
What
Shanice has extensions in.
Yeah, the lads, I've had extensions in since November and the lads are only noticing now.
Yeah, no, because you don't look like you have extensions in. Like, that's just the way your hair looks.
To be fair, it's not something that I would expect you to recognise or to know.
But see, this is the thing, right? Like, you have, like, extensions, but when you hear extensions, you think, okay, right, well, your hair is going to look longer, but your hair is just naturally, like, down to your feet.
It's not, though.
It is Rapunzel. What you want to do?
You know what I mean? My hair's just lovely, girl.
It's mad nice and all, isn't it?
Like, Shanice is our one out of Tangled.
Oh, Tangled, I wish I was. This
literally voluminous locks on it.
No, I wish. It used to be, like, in 2022 and all, it was very long.
Yeah, I remember we were looking back at your... Me and Shanice always do this thing where, like, do you know that on this day on TikTok where it pops up, we always show each other ones and Shanice it's like down to her ankles.
So my hair was like
2020. I was like,
do you ever see, like, when she used to do the TikTok dances and Shanice used to get real sassy, so like she'd start flicking her hair and all. No, she'd literally be like, do you know, remember that song, I whip my hair back and forth, like that was Shanice, and she'd be going bump, like, with her hair just literally popping, locking polka dot in her neck out of it, like, just.
But you know how I round that? It's my own fault. I grew up, right? Oh, not a lot of people know this, but let me know. Let me tell you something, right?
Oh, is this about your dance teacher?
No, I'm not going to talk about that. Oh. This is about my hair, right? But when I was born, I was vacuumed. I was vacuumed out, right?
What?
So, no, listen to this. I was vacuumed out. I was hoovered out, my ma, right?
Henry the Hoover.
Sponsored. Well, this is what I was told. And when I came out, I had a flat head. I had there was no roundness, fullness to my head. So growing up, I always had my hair bet back in ponies, buns, everything. You are trying so hard not to laugh, aren't you?
No, I'm enjoying the story.
Are you, yeah? Yeah, looks like it.
If you were a boy, would they have called you Philip?
Why?
It's like a Philip head screwdriver. Or is that the flat one? Is that the flat screwdriver? It's called a Philip.
Is it? I don't know.
Why are we shocked?
I don't know. We're talking about screwdriver. Are you trying to say Shanice looks like a screwdriver?
Is Philip not the screw?
No.
Oh,
anyways, leave my head alone. This is the story. I had to put my hair back in like tight ponytails, buns, because the doctor said that would help to shape my head, if that makes sense. So I did it for my whole life, and now my hair's falling out because your hair can't handle that much pressure or strength breakage. I'm like antennas coming out everywhere all the time because my hair's breaking. So gonna get me extensions out. This was the whole point of telling the lads that I had extensions. Gonna get me extensions out and give me hair.
Do you want to lend one of me wigs?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
No, lads, I'm gonna start putting serum in my hair and letting serum.
What's serum?
Do you want me to speak a little bit slower for you?
It's like a hair mask. Yeah,
it's like serum that helps your hair grow.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that and then hopefully let my natural hair.
I don't want to cut across again, but like hair masks are for hair growth, are they?
I think it's just the overall condition of your hair, like to help.
What is the crack with like stuff that makes your hair grow? Does that mean like
it stimulates
hair start popping out there, or does it just mean my hair gets longer?
No, I think it's all the roots in your hair, so like it encourages the growth of collagen.
Like a hair transplant?
When I was younger, do you know I obviously used like shampoo and body wash? When I was younger, I was in the shower and I used shampoo with body wash by accident, and I shit myself. I started crying because I thought I was going to turn into Wolverine. I thought all the hair was going to fall out. That's why like hair growth scares me.
Why? Why?
Like the yolks that are for hair growth. Because I'm like, what do you mean?
No, that's
just like...
Is it minoxidil? Have you heard of that?
I don't know.
Oh my, no, that's a very strong hair growth product.
Do you know what's scary?
Nair?
Nair.
What's that?
That's the hair removal
hair
cream.
removal. The fact that you can
Nair
literally
for
just
hair,
wipe a bit
like?
of cream on something and boom, gone.
Oh my god, I used to do that before I started like properly shaving. I was like, I don't want to shave because I just
Can
had
you
this
put it in
like
your
rootless
face?
fear of like probably not.
Oh.
Probably not. But
Explain
yeah, no, I had like
something.
the weird like mustache when I was younger, so like I was just trying to get rid of that. Didn't work.
It smells rotten though.
Oh yeah.
It's not the greatest.
Well, maybe it was like the boots version. I don't know. One way or another, it went down my face. Probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But anyways, lads, it's Mother's Day that's coming up. So
Yes.
before we go any further, we want to say that we have a few special little voices coming across the
Cameos.
sound waves. A few little cameos
Link in my bio.
coming over towards the end of the podcast. So make sure that you listen to the entire podcast so that you can basically understand what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But before that, it's been Paddy's Day.
It has been.
Paddy's Day is just gone.
Yeah.
What you got up to?
Absolutely nothing.
Did you do it?
I said no. I said choose peace, love and harmony. Not going into
Paddy's
town.
Day
No, I
is-
did do. I watched the Earth Cam.
What's that?
Show the Earth Cam in Temple Bar.
Oh my god, yeah, and you can see, yeah.
What's
Oh
that?
my god, I know somebody who stalked their boyfriend through that.
Oh, you told us.
Yeah.
Oh, we know somebody who stalked their
Oh,
boyfriend
yeah.
Okay, boyfriend, should
when they
go
were on
back.
holidays.
Yeah.
Do you know there's an Earth camp? Well, Earth, obviously,
Oh.
the whole thing. You can,
Oh,
like,
she stalked it on holidays.
yeah, he was
Yeah.
on
I went to
holidays.
Temple Bar when I was like, what? Did you just like Temple Bar?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you trying to tell her or what?
Yeah, I'll tell you another time, right? Off camera.
Okay.
Not exposing anyone here.
We're not
But
exposing
no,
anybody.
St. Patrick's Day. Like, lads, I was in town, I was working with 7-Up. And when I say, like, I went in to do, like, we were doing Vox Pop, so, like, street interviews for anybody who doesn't know what Vox Pop is. And we went in for probably, like, I'd say 1:30. And it was grand. It was in on Fade Street, is kind of where we started in town, just off Georgia Street. And it was fine. Like, it wasn't busy, really. Like, I think that was kind of when the parade was going on. So it was more families and stuff. But then about half an hour later, we come back to the same place after doing all the Vox Pops. And it's packed. Like, you cannot move. So in the space of like half an hour to an hour, like, it's just gotten insane. So that's how quickly it was. But do you know what? In fairness, everybody seemed to be on great vibes. Like, it was a really, really good buzz. So many like British people and American people. Like, there wasn't really that many Irish people. I think like
Irish
it's
people don't come out.
tourist attraction.
I don't think they do. Like, if I was to go out on Paddy's Day, I wouldn't go into town. I go to the local.
Do you think?
I'd go to the local.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's what I literally had this conversation with a taxi driver yesterday, and everyone just goes local.
Imagine
Yeah.
trying to
All
get
the,
home
you know
from
the way
town.
all the little, like in Dublin anyways, all the kind of like areas, they have their own little parades and all, and
Yeah.
they'd be packed,
Fair.
like full of people.
Yeah.
So I used to always go to the little parade in my village and all.
That's what they do though. Like, they kind of have to do that now because nobody's actually arsed to go into town.
You can't even.
There's
get in
so
now,
many-
town.
there
I
were,
went
like-
to-
There was
Did we ever go
packed,
to the parade when? I'd say you did probably, but did you?
When I was younger?
Yeah.
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 I went to once, never again.
Really?
I loved it, but see, I was a little bastard when I was younger, so I used to run off. So my dad used to have to keep me on the shoulders, and then my legs go dead because there was no circulation going down to my legs for whatever reason. I'd be like sobbing, crying. I'd be like, my legs are killing me, and I wouldn't know why because obviously I'm not thinking at 4 years old, oh, my circulation.
No, I feel like standing at the parade as a child felt like
Literally, I was,
gays.
do you know the fucking fence? Me bet up into the fence, like.
Do you know what was so weird though? Do you know what was so weird? Oh God, no, dirty.
What? As a child? What?
Moving
How am I
on.
dirty?
Dirty. Well, you laughed.
What?
Bet up into the fence. Right, moving on.
He was a child.
Yeah,
my
why
face
you
was,
laughing?
like up against the other way to have little gaps, little metal gaps.
Yeah.
And I was literally getting squished up against the fucking. I need a performance that would have walked by would have seen me like that. Up against the
But is this a new thing, right? Because I was walking in on Paddy's Day, obviously, to do the work, and like the parade was going on, and you could see like the parade, but they had the barricades up so that you couldn't see. So it was like these metal kind of fences, you know, the ones they have on like building sites and stuff, so you can't get
Yeah,
through.
yeah, yeah.
So there was that, which is like right, fair enough. But that being said, they also had it like blocked off. So like in between the metal fences, like they had like this like cardboard wall so that you couldn't actually see through to see the parade. And I was like, what the and then I seen somewhere that you had to like pay. I don't know if this is true or not, but like you had to
Do you not
pay to see the
remember-
parade, but I'm not sure if that's true.
I remember, like, as a kid going into the parade, you'd see people sitting on top of traffic lights and all.
That's what
Everywhere,
people
I
were
used to
doing.
love that,
That's
so
what people
funny.
saw. I was at Trinity, right, and
Someone
there was
having
like
the GPL,
loads
like,
of
looking out.
there was
You ever
loads
see all the people
of
on the
Americans
bins?
and people, and they're all just like up on the railings of Trinity. Do you know where the Lewis stop is there
Yeah.
at Trinity? And they're all just up, like literally climbing up on the wall
Yeah.
to look at the parade because it was just this big, huge like blocking barricade, like you couldn't see anything. That's why I was so confused.
Yeah.
To see
but-
everyone who fell off the stilts.
oh
no,
my God, yeah.
this year.
She was
Yeah.
at the very start of the parade.
She fell off.
Cameras are
She fell off the
lights,
parade.
camera, action cameras rolling, shot in on the parade. She boom.
Yeah.
Did she trip or
That literally
something?
my luck. You know the stilts?
Yeah.
Literally,
So
she was my height.
She just fell.
She actually was. Yeah, she just collapsed. But I was like actually kind of lucky that she landed on the. I was having this debate with Dylan, our friend Dylan, that lucky she kind of fell on the floor because imagine she went over the barrier.
Oh my god.
And, like, would have, like,
Crowd
staged,
surfing.
yeah, literally stage time. Like all the kids underneath are trampled. Like. So
Oh my
it's
God.
kind of lucky that she
We were
fell
only
on the floor.
talking about that the other day. Was it you? I was talking about. Did you ever see the video of Katy Perry doing the stage dive and she just
No.
boom, like straight down?
No, when was that?
Oh no, it was years ago. Like it was when she was only starting out. But it was like, did you ever see that scene of Mean Girls where Gretchen's like, it's not my fault I'm popular, and she just goes butt, and everybody just like steps back and she falls on the ground. It was like what happened with Katy Perry.
Oh my
So
God.
Did you ever see
funny.
a man there? What's his name? Playboy Carti.
What does he do?
He does stage dives, but he like just run and start doing like flips in the air
Somersault.
into the yoke. Big
Nah.
jaw of someone.
I could never do a stage dive. Like God forbid we ever do a live show. Like I'm not.
Brandon thinking a stage
Me
dive
doing a
into
stage
the
dive.
crowd.
We'd be
No.
like so far away from everybody. Brandon just top straight on the
Oh,
floor.
stop.
Remember that? Yo, what was that thing? Was that last year? I think I was at a festival, and one of the people on stage. Sorry, say it, not spray. One of the people on stage threw a phone up in the air. Remember, and like knocked some girl.
Oh,
out
you're
and
one
split
BB
her
Rexa.
open.
What happened? When
Remember
was
BB
this?
Rexa? Like she got a phone bounced off her
she-
head when she was in New York.
No.
Yeah, she had a big huge brill, and like, didn't
was at,
something
like, a
similar
very
happen with
small
Cardi B?
venue.
And Cardi B like chucked the
someone
microphone.
Oh, someone threw a
drink.
mic. Was it not a mic?
Oh
Or
no!
not a mic?
Someone threw
Someone
like
threw a mic.
someone threw like a cup of orange juice over, and she
And she
just.
bounced the mic.
Boom. Oh, that'd be me.
Oh my God.
That would be me as well.
I
Like people were
kicked
calling her
someone's
out
drink
for
the
it.
other day by accident when I was on stage. I felt so bad and I just played it off.
Oh,
I think I
you
was
sent
telling
me a
about-
voice
'cause,
note.
like the
about
stage that I was on the other day, was like the tables are like level with the stage,
Right.
but there's like a railing. It's kind of on the stage, but like a gap through it. You get me?
Did you ever do
And
a
this-
stage diving bingo?
No, I absolutely. The stage can barely hold me up. Never mind anybody out there. But I was standing on the stage or whatever, and I could see her. Like, in all fairness, she had her drink on the stage, but I walked over to her to say something, and I just went, "Now, boom!" and booted her drink all
Did
over
it go
her
on?
face, all over her body. And I was asking her a question, like, "What do you think the teddy bear's name is?" And I was like, "No, so," and I just like walked off. And
How did you not burst into a fit of laughter? Because I know.
After I actually kind of shit myself. I was like, I'm at there like literally spraying this woman down with champagne, her own champagne at that.
Champagne shower.
And I'm literally just like, oh,
Sure,
never mind, love. I'll let someone over here.
Oh my God.
I panic in the worst situations, and I'm so bad for it because, oh, here's another one, right? I panicked when I was at a show the other day as well, and I went to the doctor's like a while ago, and my doctor told me that I had some issue with my liver or something like that, and she was just like, just maybe don't, like, she didn't say it was serious or anything like that, but she was like, well, she kind of did say it was serious, but she was just like, just maybe don't drink and just be careful with what you eat and stuff like that for it affects your liver or whatever. So me, pure panicked out of head, pure thinking I have liver failure, like, and I was like, right, not drinking again, and I actually haven't.
No, you haven't.
No, you
Okay.
haven't been drinking at all, really.
I haven't drank. But I was at bingo the other day, and I got off the stage, and all these nurses came up to me, and they were all like, wow, like they were locked, like they were like, wow, oh my God, da, 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 da. And it was one of their birthdays.
Were they nurses or were they just dressed up as nurses?
No, they were nurses. And yeah, one had 2 drinks, and it was her birthday, and I was like, the show was over, like, so the bar would have been closed before the show ended. So I was like, how did you end up getting her a drink? And she was like, yeah, do you want And I was like, that looks like she just like scooped up everyone else's drinks and put it together. So I was like, but what did I do? Panic. I go, oh no, I can't drink, I have liver failure. Said that to a nurse, and now all of them around me, no you don't. I was like, oh what?
What if you did and they're just
They're
throwing
like,
around
no
to
you
saying
don't, I can tell by you don't have a look at your skin. I was like, oh
yeah, 'cause
no,
you'd be
yeah,
yellow,
no, I don't
wouldn't
know
you?
what's happening. They're all like, look, he's trying to say he has liver failure.
Face paint,
And then
it's
what
face
they were saying
paint.
to me, what's the yoke? Liver failure thing called, bring it to a D, I think.
Dialysis.
No, that's
Yeah, I
kidney.
think so, something like that.
That's kidney. Liver failure is, hold on, bear with me, jaundice,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Like
No,
Homer
I don't
Simpson
know.
style.
That's when you go yellow or something, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
No,
jaundice.
but she said something to me the hour like,
Yeah, dialysis. That's
yeah, something. Just
that's your
imagine. I don't
kidneys.
know what she
Just
said.
say
but
kidney
she-
failure.
No, liver.
Oh well, then I don't know what she was on about.
But yeah, so I basically just told.
The oral.
Tried to convince
On
nurses
the
that I
hourly.
had liver failure when I panicked because I didn't want a drink that looked like it was.
Mixed with everything.
Yeah. And they literally just went at me, but I was actually like, oh my God, the neck, because I actually do kind of have like an issue with my liver, so I was like, the neck, you.
How dare you? I'm going to get my receipts and my medical records to show
What
you.
it was called, where they put them in their ears and
Stethoscope.
yeah, whip that out now. I was actually so offended. I was like, the neck you.
Yeah, fair though.
Oh.
We're still on the topic of back to the topic. Sorry, of St. Patrick's Day. Do you think you'd like to celebrate St. Patrick's Day anywhere in the world?
Yes,
anywhere else?
I'd love to do it in New
I'd
York.
love to do New York.
Yeah, I'd love to do New York as well.
I'd love to do New
They
York.
paint the river green. We don't even need to do that
That's
here.
Chicago.
Oh, I thought that was New York.
Is there a river in New York?
There is.
Probably
There's
not,
actually two.
Yeah, no, there is. Because we were
Yeah, I knew
In
that.
Manhattan, there's more, I'm assuming, in the state. But yes, there is.
the
rivers.
Hudson.
And the East River.
The Hudson
Yeah, there we go.
River.
Geography coming in clutch there, isn't it? Anyways,
The Hudson River.
Yeah.
yeah. Do you ever
Yeah.
see that movie about the plane landing in the Hudson River?
Yeah, I love that one.
You haven't seen it, have you?
Nonsense.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It's really good.
Sully.
It's really good.
Snakes on the plane.
Snakes on the
Who thought of
plane.
that bleed movie? First of all,
It's a
like,
good movie though.
It's
Snakes
based
on
on a
plane.
real movie. Oh, based on a real movie. It's based on a real thing. But yeah, no, back to Paddy's Day. Really quickly, I seen that Jazzy was doing a gig in New
Oh
York.
my God,
Whereabouts
yeah.
was that? It wasn't on Times Square, was it?
It looked like it was a little pub. It looked
I think it was a
deadly.
pop-up,
Oh, was it a
she
pub?
said. Yeah.
See, this I haven't a clue. I didn't see much of it, but I did see that she was in New York.
Yeah.
Fair plays were.
It looked incredible. Miss Worldwide.
There's so many
Everybody-
Irish TikTokers and influencers over in New York for
Yeah,
Paddy's
yeah.
Day as well. I'd love to do it for
Everybody's
Paddy's
in
Day
New
next year. Can we make a pact to go to New York next year for Paddy's
Well, I
Day?
do
Yeah,
for
can we
Paddy's Day.
plan it?
Can we
Actually,
do
I
it?
got
Can we
Paddy's
actually
Can we
plan
plan
it?
it? We will plan it. We
I
won't
would
let
love
you
to do
down,
it.
Amanda.
Yeah,
St. Patrick's Day,
I'd have to go to
Abroad.
Ohio or something as well.
Ohio.
Yeah, just somewhere
Ohio.
like random.
Skibbity toilet.
What Skibbity toilet? I was only
No.
talking to Sasha about this outside. Like, what is going on?
I
with
don't
Skibbity
know. I
Riz,
feel so
Ohio. I
old.
feel so. That's what makes me feel
Daniel
old. I'm
knows
like,
what it is though.
what are
No,
the
I
kids
don't.
doing?
You say it
Like,
all the time.
I don't. Where are they finding this
That's
lingo? Like, I don't
literally
like. I don't get it. It just randomly showed up in a TikTok comment section
I'm
one day, and I
overstimulated.
don't like. Yeah. So we're going to leave now. You're going to hear a word from our sponsor, and Shanice is going to get some food, or I'm going to strangle one of these two.
Brandon's gonna
So
set up a club penguin.
There's got to be two of us when you come back.
yeah, it will. And one of them's going to be me. Actually, no, it's just going to be me when you get back. Right, okay, go on. See you later. If you're on the hunt for something to watch, RTE Players got you covered with some of the biggest and best shows from home and abroad, such as Yellowstone, The Bold Type.
Or you can stream everyone's favourites like Kin and Normal People.
Or if you're after a good laugh, don't miss Good Boy. It's got Tony Cantwell, an ADHD diagnosis, and he's hilarious. Guaranteed you'll watch it in a day.
And sure, that's not even the half of it.
There's so much to watch on RTE Player.
Head on over and watch the latest shows now.
And we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Live from the Socially Awkward studio.
Massive thank you again to RTE Player for sponsoring the podcast. Let's dive straight back into it, lads.
Shanice,
What?
you were doing something the
What
other
was I
week.
doing?
You were
in
on.
my chair.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, I actually was actually in
How
that
did it
chair.
feel in my perspective, my POV?
I was on Casey's podcast, On the Case, and it was so different. I think that was my first in-person podcast that I've ever done. I haven't done an in-person podcast before. Yeah.
How did it feel like?
Interrogating. I
not
felt
being
like,
in your, like, because it's so weird because obviously like this is like we share the studio,
yeah.
but like if I see it on the case on the wall, I'd be like, where am I?
We're on like, what's going on? What day is it? Oh my god, who am I? Like, what?
Yeah.
I could be sitting here and I'd be like,
No, Casey is really good. She's a really good storyteller. She's a really good presenter. So she made me feel extremely comfortable. I felt like I was just sitting here having a chat where I forgot we were being recorded at times. But I mentioned you guys. I gave you a little shout out.
what's the name?
Yeah, I can't remember now. You put me on the spot. I just said I
It's
was.
one and only time we'll ever
You're
hear Shanice say
such
something
good
nice about us.
friends.
No, but that's the thing, right? Like, we slag each other in front of each other's faces, and then behind our backs, we're like,
Nah, they're
they're actually
good skins,
all right.
like,
Like, do you know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
grand.
They're bang on.
They're bang
yeah,
on.
whopper.
Literally, as soon as they turn around and say to them, what the f*** up to?
No, we are, every time we go on FaceTime to each other, it is brain rot
Proper
central.
brain rot. Okay, so as we all know, it is Mother's Day that's coming up, and we have organised a very special little segment called Mother Knows Best, where we are basically just going to ask our parents a bunch of questions, because you know it is all about our parents on Mother's Day. You know, mothers and fathers, because you know some people might not have mothers on Mother's Day. So I've asked my mum a bunch of questions. Her name's Paula.
Tell us about Paula.
Yeah, go on.
Everyone loves Paula.
Everyone does love Paula.
Everyone loves Paula. Paula is a very independent lady. She loves kind of just doing her own thing, do you know what I mean? She don't need no man. So she is happy out, but she has done an awful lot for me, and she's always believed in me with social media. You know, she's always, even when times where we're getting a little bit tough and I wanted to persevere with social media, or if I wanted to leave a job to focus more on social media or whatever it was, she'd always be supportive of it, you know. So she's my rock. I love her. I love her a lot.
You made me cry. That was so cute.
I know, I love.
That was the cutest thing you've ever said about your mum.
I don't really get mushy gushy, but you know, I do owe her an awful lot. Do you know what I mean? So I'm very happy now that I'm kind of able to give back to her in certain ways, you know. So it's good. It's great.
He's snapping. He's Brandon Hitch was like, do not make this mushy gushy.
I know. I know, but I'm the one who made a mushy gushy. But yeah.
What does mushy gushy mean?
I don't know. I don't even think that's a word.
It's just like all lovey dovey and not like, because I'm just not that kind of person. I'm just not one to like show emotion.
No, he's not. To be fair, you're like a rock.
Emotion. What about you, Shanice?
I asked my mum. My mum's name is Emma. Very similar to what Brandon said. Just to reiterate what Brandon said, she has. I think with social media being a job, it's hard for a lot of parents to understand that you can make money off it. In the beginning, she didn't realise if I could or if I couldn't, but throughout like the last few years, she's seen what I've done and she's really encouraged me and been like, right, well, the sky's the limit and you're able to achieve whatever you put your mind to. So I owe a lot to my mum and I can't wait for the day that I get to buy her a big gaff. That's what I'm working towards. So hopefully I get to do that one day. But yeah, that's who I've asked my questions to.
Oh, we love Emma.
Love Emma.
So yeah, I obviously answered everything. Obviously, I've asked my dad to do it. My dad's name is Paddy up St. Patrick.
Yo, Paddy.
Paddy.
Yeah, that's me communion name.
Is it?
Confirmation name can be communion. But my dad, I love my dad. My dad is such like, he's really supportive of everything I do and like puts the trust in it and is like, does like I can tell the proudness off him, you know, like kind of way. Like I remember he'd be like, oh, he has 200,000 followers, or he has this many followers, and you know, that way. So yeah, he's always supporting and he's always just nothing that he just always wanted the best for me.
Yeah.
Like no matter what it was, he always wanted the best for me and did his best for me.
Yeah.
My whole life, and I could never ever in a million years be able to repay him back for everything that he's ever done for me. But yeah,
that's so cute.
So cute.
Happy Mother's Day, Dad.
Just to clarify, Daniel's ma is alive. She's just Scarlet.
She
doesn't want to be on.
She doesn't like social media. She doesn't know, and
we need to respect that.
We do need to respect that, so that's completely fine.
Yeah.
Tracy, Scarlet.
Love
you, Tracy. Right, okay. So we've asked our parents a bunch of questions. So they're all kind of different. They vary, so that we have some variety. So who wants to go first?
You go first.
Right. So the first question I asked my dad was, if I was arrested, what would you assume that I did?
Oh.
So this is here.
What do I reckon you would have got arrested for? Definitely nothing bad. Because you wouldn't do anything bad. So probably something stupid. Maybe, I don't know, going down the wrong side of the road on a unicycle while juggling. God knows with you. But yeah, definitely wouldn't be that bad.
That's so cute.
He's so deluded. That's so true.
He really sees the good in you.
My stepmom bought me a unicycle for Christmas. That's obviously why I just...
Did she?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. No, you're
I was such a weird child. Like, I got, like, juggling pins, like...
You are not balancing on a unicycle.
Duffy Circus, like...
None of us are balancing on a unicycle.
I could ride a unicycle.
Could you?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I couldn't even balance on the Segway. Remember them?
I love the Segways as well. Didn't you?
Do that.
They were deadly. I loved them.
Right.
Right, go on, Brandon.
So this is my mum. And the question I've asked her is, what is the one thing about me that drives you mad the most? So, here's what she said.
Okay, to answer question one, there's not a lot that annoys me about Brandon, in all fairness. But please, Brandon, just bring your clothes up when I put them on the land, already washed and ready to go into the wardrobe. Just please take them up, because that's really the only thing that annoys me.
I knew that was what she was going to say.
Fair.
I knew that was what she was going to say. So basically, when I'm like, my ma, like, I love her to bits, you know, when she does the washing in the house, you know. Obviously, I help her out, but like, whenever she does the washing, she'll leave my clothes like on the stairs. So I live up. Well, my room is up in the attic, so it's up like another flight of stairs, and she'll leave my clothes on the stairs. She'll be like, Brandon, can you just bring them up? Literally, there's just like a big pile of clothes, because I'm just like, I haven't the hedge, and I have to like put them out and fold them and put them back in. Obviously, it's not even that big of a deal, but like, it just takes...
Well, you're going up the stairs anyways.
I know, but effort, do you know what I mean?
The effort of bending down and picking them up.
That's so valid.
Do you know what I mean?
Fair.
It's just it's a stress, guys.
I
know.
She's such a telephone voice as well. Like, lads, she doesn't talk like that. Are you for real? Like, no, she does, but she doesn't. You know, that kind of way. Like, she's putting it on. She does the phone voice a little bit. But
when I tell you, I sent me ma the questions, right? I have about 5 deleted messages for each one. But she was like, no, shit, let me go again. I was like, right, so the first question I asked my mum was, what's the most ridiculous thing I cried about as a child? Now, this is a 1 minute and 42 second voice and another 49 seconds to go after that.
What's the most ridiculous thing you've cried about as a child? Many things were ridiculous that you cried for. One being the dress sense that you had at the time. Very, very, very unique. I didn't want you going out and getting slagged over how you were dressing, but it didn't faze you. You wanted to go out like that. And you used to cry when I tell you, no, you can't wear them clothes out. But off you popped. You wanted to do it. Another one was the Justin Bieber concert. When you sobbed and sobbed and sobbed when you came out from the Justin Bieber concert of how much you love him, how he's your life, how you're never going to ever not love him.
Connor, stop listening.
You cried for days after that concert.
Oh God.
I couldn't make out whether it was a happy cry or like a sad one because you just sobbed at how much you loved him.
I was 12, by the way.
A time when you sobbed uncontrollably for a flicker, telling me that all your friends had them and that you were the only one in your friend group that didn't have one.
I don't remember this.
So I went out and bought you one, came home, set it up, and out you went, and you were the only child out with one. So there's been many ridiculous things that you've cried out.
Did you lie to her?
Shanice Griffin crying over a flicker. I can see that
all
on TikTok now.
All my friends told me that they were getting flickers, like the pink one, the blue one, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so jealous. Like, I wish I was getting one. That's very manipulative of me, isn't it? Going to me ma being like, I'm the only one that doesn't have a flicker.
Yeah, like, I used to have flickers, I do.
Sick now. Then they all went to cry to their man.
I think that was the only one. Hold on, let me see. I don't know.
What's the worst?
Oh yeah, no, sorry, that was the only one.
Okay, Daniel.
Okay, so the next question that I asked my dad was, what was the most ridiculous thing I cried about as a kid? So this is what he said.
Cried, I'm not too sure, you know. I ain't too much of a crier. I remember you crying one time when you smashed your DS and you wanted a new DS.
Oh my God, same.
You crying one night because I wouldn't let the dog sleep in the bed with you. And you cried because I wouldn't let Minnie sleep in with you.
Aww. These are all so innocent.
I know. I thought
like
he was
you.
going to say, because I used to cry when I was younger because I hated eating food that wasn't McDonald's, so I'd cry until my man and dad bought me McDonald's, so I'm kind of glad he didn't like expose me. But
I think your ma would annihilate you more.
My ma would absolutely expose me.
Right, okay. The next question that I asked my ma was, what's the most embarrassing thing I ever did as a child? Now, bear in mind, when I was younger, I didn't really get embarrassed. I more so just embarrassed my parents.
Yeah.
You know, I did a lot of stuff, so I don't know what she's going to say. So let's listen.
Okay, I think the most embarrassing moment I ever had with Brandon, and mind you, there were a few, but this particular one, I met up with my friend and her son. We said we'd go off for the day with the two boys. So we did, had a great day. Went to Eddie Rockets. Decided to have, sorry, not Eddie Rockets, actually, it was
KFC.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. So we were all sitting there eating our chicken. And Brandon decided to turn around and say to the little boy, no names mentioned, why have you got buck teeth? Well, I'm not joking you, I didn't know where to look. I looked at my friend.
She's trying to get me cancelled.
I'm so sorry. And she said, for what? Go away, don't be silly. And I'm like, oh my God, so I needn't tell you, when I got him home, I killed him.
Brandon, you little... Oh my God.
I'm gonna kill her.
We were similar children because I had a similar experience like that.
You little shit.
No, lads, I was like 7, right? Okay, like I did not know right from wrong, and I was a little bastard, right? But like, don't cancel me, okay? Because I didn't look great when I was 7 either. Do you know what I mean?
He was projecting his own insecurities.
I was 7 years old, but I was the weight of a 21-year-old. So take it easy.
What were you
my God, I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna kill her. I didn't think she was gonna send that one. I told her to send another one. Lads. No, because now you all think I'm mean. I'm not.
No, you're not mean. Brandon's not
honest. Well,
I was very honest, but I didn't realise at the time. Like, first of all, like he was coming at me, and then I was going back at him. Like, it was a back and forward. I remember that much, and then I remember.
What did he call you?
I don't know, but I just remember like even
were you defending
he was
yourself?
like a year younger than me in primary school, or the class below me, and I remember like he just antagonised me and I'd antagonise him, but it was just the way that it was. But
So
like
was it a
our moms
mutual
were
thing?
friends. Yeah, but I don't think he ever said anything about my
probably
appearance.
called
So
you
like
a
I
gay
think
baby,
I
do you
kind
know
of
what I mean?
took it a bit further than I should have. But I was the child, lad. So maybe
child.
you know before you jump to cancel me.
I just thought it was so funny that she went Kentucky Fried
Chicken.
I'm gonna kill her.
That's so
I'm gonna kill her. I
But
thought
what
she was
was-
gonna do another one.
Okay. So I asked my mom, what's the worst fashion choice that I made that you had to pretend to support? Oh God, what is she going to say for this?
What's the worst fashion choice that I had to pretend to support? Again, a couple. One of the ones probably in your, not even as a child, in your later years, was going to Forbidden Fruit with your tinfoil skirts. What you look like going out, but you thought you were absolutely gorgeous.
I thought that looked
You had to
nice.
pretend that you looked $1 million when you didn't really.
Was that not what you wore when you met Connor?
Yeah.
Probably your graduation as well. From school. We walked around town and picking out them clothes. And yeah, granny-ish.
Granny-ish. No, lads, I need to. If I send our producer a picture of what I wore for my graduation, I look like I'm wearing my nanny's tablecloth. That's not even a word of a lie. And I picked them clothes out.
No, you haven't put into one of your first festival.
Oh yeah, and I thought she was going to say that, but the tinfoil thing, that was literally only 2 years ago. I look like the Tin Man apparently now.
I thought that was nice. I thought that was a nice outfit.
Anyways, thanks, ma.
Emma. Not nice.
Yup, Emma. Right, so then we decided to go wholesome and ask a wholesome question. I think we already did 2 wholesome questions, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So I asked, what's one thing about me that makes you really proud?
Aww.
So let me see. Where? Okay, here.
Well, I'm definitely proud of, over the last couple of years, how confident you became. It's crazy to see how different in a couple of years, how I never would have imagined you up on a stage in front of thousands of people, giving it your all and making everyone have a great night. So proud of how the man you've become. Really proud of you, son.
I'm gonna cry.
So am I.
Cute
I'm on the
sad
verge
edit.
of crying.
Oh.
Oh, that is
Someone better
adorable.
turn that into a sad edit on TikTok now. Make that go viral.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, look at you.
Right, okay. So the question I asked my mum was, what's 3 words that you would use to describe me?
Number 3, well, I would say, number 1, Brandon is very, very loyal. I know that for a fact, as he's really, really loyal to all his friends. Because he always speaks very highly of them. Number 2, he is very, very generous. That's one thing I can say about Brandon. He's very generous, not a mean bone in his body. And number 3,
Debatable.
I could say he's very kind, especially with other people. The amount of people that came back to me and said, your son is such a gentleman, and I did say, yeah, I know that. He is. Even when he was in school, he always looked out for the guy that was getting bullied or, stood up for him. So, yeah, those are the 3 things I love about Brandon.
Aww. Paula.
I have no fucking idea what she's on about. Okay.
You were like, Ma, say the nicest thing that you possibly could think of. If not, make it up. I asked my mum the same question.
Did you?
Yeah, describe 3 words.
Let's see.
I'm malfunctioning. Describe 3 words. She sent me 3 of them. But I'm like, right, let's play it anyways.
Warm-hearted. She's a very loving and caring person. Friendly to everybody that you meet.
She was struggling.
It's like I'm finding it.
That I would use to describe you.
Okay, so I think that was the basic, like, kind of 3 main questions. And then we had one more that we asked all of our parents. We all asked them the same question. And that question was, if you could give us any advice, one piece of advice that we would use for the rest of our lives, what would it be? So
Very important.
Very important. Daniel,
Do you want to go
first? You go first, Dan.
I go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
You get the ball rolling.
So, this is what St. Patrick had to say.
One piece of advice. There's nothing you can't do. If you put your mind to it, you'll always accomplish it, son. You always have. You always will. Keep thinking forward. Never look back. Good man.
Oh. Do you know what's so good? You'll have them voice notes now forever to listen back to.
And the edits when people make them on TikTok.
Just put it into a Build-A-Bear.
Right, Brandon, your
fucking
turn.
dying.
Right, okay. 3, 2, 1.
The one piece of advice I can honestly give to Brandon is
Pick up your lash.
be happy in yourself.
Oh.
Be happy in your own skin. Be happy with who you're with. Make sure that you have a lot in common together and you can chat to each other, not only as partners, but as friends. Because that goes a long way.
Polly, you have me stopping over here.
Your man should do a voice acting.
Yeah, she's a real soothing voice.
She has a proper telephone voice, like a proper. Like, I'd be talking to her, and she'd be like, "Here, can you pass us out the butter out of the fridge?" Phone rings. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Customer service voice.
Literally.
Yeah.
Good evening.
We're all guilty of that though.
Yeah.
I asked my mum the exact same question now. I don't even know what she's going to say. There's one here.
Dogs keep barking.
Grand. Nice.
My advice that I give you would be always trust yourself. Never underestimate yourself. Live life to the fullest and never let anybody change you. And don't dwell on the past.
That's very good,
That is
man.
very good.
Amen.
Well done, Emma.
Love that. Thank you.
Emma's like the best person to ever ask for advice on anything.
Honestly, she's so good.
I feel
she's
like
just
she's
such
just
a good
full of
talker.
wisdom.
She's so
Yeah,
easy
she
to talk
is.
to.
Yeah.
So easy to talk to.
She is.
We all get on with your man.
Emma's the
She's
wise
the
owl.
best. She is.
I think.
Wise owl. Yeah, owls are wise, aren't they?
There we go.
They're known for being wise. So we're gonna wrap it up here, but massive happy Mother's Day to everybody out there, single parents, mothers that are doing it on their own, even people that don't have a mother present with them today. Sending you all so much love. I know it can be a tricky time when everyone else is celebrating a very significant day, but you have so many people around you that love you and that are stepping into that role as well. And a massive happy Mother's Day to our mums.
Happy Mother's Day, ma.
Happy Mother's Day,
Polly.
Boom.
And thank you to RC Player, and thank yous for listening in. We're so happy to be back. And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, you can also listen to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or YouTube, vice versa. You can also listen to us on all these different platforms. So make sure you do, because Mama's making money. So.
We're glad to be back, and we hope you are glad that we're back. So get used to it. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And if it's your first time listening to the Socially Awkward podcast, buckle in. That's all I can say. Buckle in.
Thanks so much, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Love yous. The Socially Awkward podcast is an Urban Media Wireless Ireland production.
Presented by
Brandon Caulfield.
Daniel Devlin.
And Shanice Griffin.
The podcast is produced and edited by Vivian Wood, Paul McGregor and Stephen King O'Farrell.
And of course, our executive producer, Stasha Hamrock.